And the goal here, Senator, is to level the playing field, just to provide a balance.
Of all the different rules that you're trying to write, do these circuit court opinions affect every one of those
No.
rules, or just some of them?
Just one.
Just one.
Yes, sir.
And then could you characterize for me if you think that ruling causes you to do less than what you'd like to do as Secretary of Agriculture to make sure the act is effective, or it enhances it?
Well, I think it's a challenge for us to figure out how to do what needs to get done, but to do it in a way that doesn't create a litigative challenge, a successful litigative challenge.
Well, you've informed me well on that, and thank you. Maybe very generally, could you speak about your role, and your role isn't the primary role in regard to this special fuel for airplanes that grain farmers have a big interest in, but your role in that, and then can we preserve feedstocks being primarily used there without diluting it? Like I heard some people want to dilute it.
I think we have two roles at USDA with reference to sustainable aviation fuel. One is to advocate for a rule that allows a broad array of feedstocks, including the traditional feedstocks that are used for biofuels, to qualify for the tax credits and for the incentives, so that it's financially feasible to use ethanol, for example. That's part of my responsibility, is to articulate the need, the science behind that. I think we've been successful in getting the GREET model incorporated in this process. I think we're now in the process of talking about climate-smart agriculture, and we're going to continue to pound the table on that. The second responsibility is for USDA to also provide the science and the data behind the availability of feedstock, the logistics for the supply chain, how you can accelerate adoption and commercialization. I was in Georgia recently at the first commercial scale plant. We need to get to 36 billion gallons. That plant was a 10 million gallon plant. So obviously we have to accelerate dramatically the commercialization and availability. So we need to figure out the tools that we can use at USDA, our loan programs and so forth, to try to accelerate that.
Could you characterize for me the advice you've been doing in this, how it's been received by those that have to make the final decision?
Well, I think they appreciate the fact that that I'm a strong advocate, and that our team at USDA is very thoughtful and provides the scientific data to back up what it is we're saying. We're not just advocating because it would be good for farmers. We're advocating because the science supports it. And I think as a result, a number of folks who may have been a bit skeptical of the GREET model, for example, now embrace the GREET model. And we're in the process of educating them about climate-smart agriculture, so they understand the cover crops and energy and efficient fertilizer and no-till, things of that nature, you can calculate the benefits of those, and that should be incorporated in the matrix and in the calculation.
Yeah. Let me end with a position or a feeling I have about this, that there seems to be an inconsistency from, I think, primarily environmental groups, and if I'm wrong on this, you can correct me, but they want to clean up the pollution that airplanes put into the environment, and yet if you just use if you don't use ethanol and grain as input into that, then you aren't going to have enough fuel made by all the other sources you can use. And so it seems to me that we ought to be on the same wavelength, environmentalists with farmers, trying to provide so we have an adequate amount.
Well, I would agree with that, and I would add a point, which is, if you can't domestically produce the feedstocks for this fuel, then you're going to have to import them. So why would we do that?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your courtesy. Thank you, Secretary Vilsack. By the way, are you going to be the longest-serving Secretary of Agriculture we've ever had pretty soon?
I think so.
I am not.
You're not?
No.
But you will be,
Big Jim Tama Wilson from Tama, Iowa,
yeah.
served 15 years and 11 months.
We all saw the Jeopardy question.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you answer it, Senator?
No.
Oh, my
Correctly?
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
No, that's one of the few ones I could actually answer.